Good evening. You guys are very close to my face. I'm not usually in this room filming. I decided that I was going to film in my room because actually, you know what? This is where I started out, and I really think that I'm gonna keep my second channel filmed in my room, and on top of that, my back hurts, so it feels good to sit on my bed. In this video, I'll be going over a look inspired by Wolverine. Now, in all honesty, I'm just starting to get back into doing my beauty videos, so this might not be the most perfect video in the world. I typically do monsters, not beauty videos, but I do enjoy doing beauty makeup as long as it's done my way. So please just take a second and realize you guys are on my second channel, and if you guys are interested in beauty videos from me, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, requests, feel free to write it in the comments below. Getting closer. Okay, hopefully this is a close enough range for you guys to be able to see what I'm doing if it's not. Now, before I get started with this tutorial, I do want to say this is a real life makeup tutorial. And what I mean by a real life makeup tutorial is this is something that I would wear out. Your eyebrows might not be perfect, your mascara might not be perfect, your blending might not be on point. All of my beauty tutorials are meant to be 100% in-person realistic, not photorealistic. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my primer first. I can get it out of the tube. I like to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm just applying that all over my eyelid, which you guys can clearly see. Hopefully you don't need instructions when you see me. Now, whenever I'm applying my makeup, like I think most people probably do in real life, I'm going through it like so I will try to go as slow as I possibly can for you guys. And pretty much no matter what eye look I'm doing, I use my Naked 3 palette in the color Strange, and that is my like go-to highlighter for my eyebrow and then also my inner corner. And I also apply my eyebrows last, so I'm gonna look crazy for a while. I always like to use Strange because being so pale, it's really hard to find any kind of highlighter that's going to actually show up. And for this look in particular, I'm actually going in with a couple different highlighters because it is so bright and colorful. I wanna have that like light and dark contrast with it. And learning these things really comes with just learning your face and practicing and watching my tutorials. I'm then using my NYX Infinite Shadow Stick in the color Crystal, and I'm applying this on my inner corner and blending it out a little bit with a small eyeshadow brush. Using the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, I'm using one of my favorite colors, and it's like a light bright blue. You'll see in like a second anyways. And there is no way I'm gonna be able to talk and do this at the same time, so I'm going to be taking that color with a flat, fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be laying it flat like this and then following the curve of my eye. I wouldn't apply it up too high because you always need to leave some room for blending. And if it gets on your eyelid, that's okay. This is realistic beauty and it happens. You're then gonna take a fluffy brush and blend that out. I try to just go back and forth, and then when it comes to the corner, I try to follow where my lower lash line would go, and that kind of goes straight up for my eye shape. I'm then taking navy blue and adding that to the outer corner in the same kind of way, but not going all the way over. Now, if I had a darker navy blue, I'd be going in with a darker navy blue, but alas, I do not have one. So instead I'm gonna be going in with black very lightly, like I'm dipping my brush in it, tapping it off on a towel, and then just dabbing it in the corner. And the only reason I'm making this darker is because Wolverine is more of like a navy blue than a bright blue, but I wanted to keep it bright because I like bright things. I'm then gonna be taking a very flat brush and using more of a mustard yellow and applying that straight onto my lid. I'm then using the Makeup Geek Foiled Gold Shadow and applying that right over that yellow. To line my eyes, I'm gonna be doing a very thick cat eye. I wanted to keep it more of a thicker line than a thinner line because I wanted it to be kind of like comic cartoony, but really you can do as thick or thin as you want. I really don't care. And I'm going to be using my own line of liquid liner, which I'm gonna try not to have the name towards the camera because it's not revealed yet. And my liner is actually gonna be coming out in April, which I'll talk about that more in another video, not right now. To protect my foundation, because I already have some on, I'm gonna be using a tissue. Gotta make sure the name's not showing. And then using my black Urban Decay pencil liner to fill in my tight line. Now you can really do this bottom part in any order, but I'm going in with an angled brush and the same blue that we applied in the first place, and I'm just going underneath my eye. I'm then using the navy blue in the corner, lining my waterline. And then you guys can leave this a clean line, or you could also blend it out like I'm going to. The reason that I like to blend out my waterline really is because if you are going to like a theme park with this on, your eyeliner is gonna be like by the end of the day anyways, so it's kind of like you're better off smudging it out. So it's supposed to be smudgy. I mean, yeah, it makes it more smoky, but that's like the main reason that I do that, because I know I've had people ask me before why I always smudge my lower waterline. And when I do looks like this, I do like to use heavy liner. I've always been like a heavy liner fan, but it kind of separates it from the point of being like, whoa, that is really bright on her face. And if you need to apply eyebrows, do not forget to apply dem brows. Highlight and contour. Now, I am not a huge highlight and contour fan. Basically, as of recently, I've been using this Nars, what is it? Olympia for my contour. And I'm just taking a fluffy angled brush. I'm actually gonna do this in the camera because it shows up differently on camera than it does in real life. And you only need to go from right here to right here. You should not be applying your contour from here all the way to here because it's ridiculous. Unless you're trying to change your bone structure like entirely, because it just doesn't work that way. And because I'm pale, I just like to warm up my face by using whatever is pretty much left over on my brush for the rest of my face. At the same time, I also like to be pale. Like, I don't like to have huge highlight and contour and like all of this stuff on my face. I like to feel like my face can breathe, and I like my face to look like it normally does. And not that highlight and contour is a bad thing, but I've always liked my face without a lot of etching. I'm then going in with Nars Blush, and it's a very light pink. And like I said, because I'm pale, I just like to use whatever is left over on my brush. Now, I'm not a highlighter fan, but if I am going to use a highlighter, like I said, I just got the Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and this color in Ice Queen has actually been my highlighter. And it's funny because Ice Queen is white. And if I am going to highlight, I'll just highlight very lightly. And my favorite place to highlight is right above the lip. I don't know why, I really like it. And that's where it's going. I feel like it kind of gives your lips a little bit more of a puff without making it look like you're overdrawing your lips or you're doing a whole bunch of effort to make your lips look bigger. It just kind of makes them naturally look a little bit more like pouty. I think this is a much better distance. Comment below if you guys like this distance better for applying makeup, or if you like it when I'm all up in your face. For my lips, personally, I have always liked a nude lip my entire life, so I'm just going to be applying this Nars color. And if you're not pale like me and you apply this color and you're like, my god, this is too much, just kinda better. And of course, if you guys want to apply any like false lashes or anything like that, you can, feel free. I personally favorite the end lashes as opposed to like the full ones. I try to look buff.